Hello, what's up guys? Today's video we're gonna learn Figma and that's gonna be our crash course. So today we're gonna cover all of the basics of Figma and we're also gonna design some elements together. So that being said, let's get started. Just head over to figma.com and sign up for free account or download your desktop app. After signing in, you'll see this interface. So let me introduce what this is. So on your left side, you see pages, layers, and on your right side, you see design properties. You can design everything. So let's get started. So if you look at bottom center, you see these tools. So first is move tool, or you can get moved by pressing V. So then we got hand tool. With hand tool, you can see what's going on there. Like for example, let's try this one. And with hand tool, you can like move around. Or you can do it like holding the space and moving around. So that's very helpful, I guess. And there you got here scale. With scale, you can scale any object, any element. That's very, I guess, useful. So here we got frame, section, and slice. So I think the only important one is frame here. So we can draw any frames like this. So I mean, section and slice are also important, but right now we're not gonna talk about this. Okay, that's gonna be our crash course. So line. Here we got multiple like shapes. So here we got rectangle, arrow, ellipse, polygon, star. So let's talk about ellipse. So you can draw any ellipse. If you want to draw any perfect circle, you first press O and hold shift. So you can draw any perfect circle. For rectangle is same. If you want to draw any perfect square, hold shift and draw any perfect square. So that's sweet. So we got here line, arrow, and star, and polygon. With polygon, you can create like any polygon. For example, let's here we got like how many sides. For example, let's make it like four sides. So let's make it like maybe 12. So it gives us 12 sides. I mean, that's very useful, I guess. So here we got, from here we also can insert any image or video, or you can use this shortcut. And we got here text. We can type anything. And we got this comment. We can comment anything. For example, hey, what's up? Can you create this thing? So that's, I guess, very useful when we're working with a team. So here we got plugins and widgets. So this is the plugins that I've been using so far: the morph, noise, unsplash, perspective toolkit, blash, feather icons, etc. So you can learn about plugins in their community. So that's it. That's all of these essential tools that we need. If you want to learn more about shortcuts, you can click this, and here we have keyboard shortcuts. So by clicking this, you'll see all of this information. So here we have all of these shortcuts, so you can learn anything. I think that's pretty useful. So let me design something. So this is our first rectangle, I guess. You can see this rectangle in these layers. So you can rename it. For example, let's make it, let's make something button, maybe something like that. Whatever. It just, so you can just rename it. So here you can change their color. For example, I can make it blue, or I can add gradient color. So I'm gonna add this gradient color because I like this color. So it looks pretty good. Or you can insert image or video by just clicking this, or you can apply any existing effects in Figma without using any third-party tools. So we have here libraries. If it is, for example, interesting, you can explore, and that's it. And what else? So we can add also strokes like this, for example, and we can change it like to outside, inside, or center. I think inside is better, and we can change their color, and we can also let me remove this one because I don't like it. And here we got effects, so we can add drop shadow, inner shadow, layer blur, and background blur. Let's add some drop shadow. Let's make it like from center, from origin, and let's increase this one and increase this one as well, like something like that. And I'm gonna add this one, and it looks, I guess, pretty good. So here we got also corner radius. We can tweak it. I think it's beautiful. And we can here drop down and add some opacity. So that's all of these basics of Figma. So let me show you what Figma can actually. Let me just draw any. Let's do something like that. Let me scale it down. And I'm gonna duplicate it. To duplicate it multiple times easily, you can use Option. Just press and hold Option, and you can duplicate it several times. And let me select everything. So you can see I selected everything, and I'm gonna add auto layout. So right over here, I can add auto layout, or you can use the shortcut Shift+A. So let's rename it like stack maybe. So how can I look, I want to stack these elements on top of each other. So you can stack just changing their direction. You see? So it's very useful if you want to manipulate such kind of large elements. And we can also tweak their spacing between elements. So I'm gonna add like not 16, for example, 50 pixels between elements, or I can change it like this, so it can be stacked on top of each other. You see? So what I can do, let's make it like this. Let me stretch it out, and I can align it right. Let me make it, let me stretch it, and I can align bottom, center, top, or I can always keep it in the center, or I can like remove all of this spacing. So it's very useful. So let me keep it like this. That looks pretty good. So with auto layout, we can manipulate such kind of things. So that's, I guess, very useful. So let me show you another thing. So I'm gonna type just button, for example. So I'm gonna add auto layout to this text. So it's already applied, and I'm gonna fill the container, and I'm gonna make it like blue. Yes, we like blue. I think I didn't talk about typography. So here we got typography, and we can style our text. Here we got many fonts. You can explore it, or you can upload your own. Or we got here ways of text, font. We can select medium, for example, and we can always tweak their size. Let's make it 24 pixels. So that looks pretty good. And we can also adjust their line height and letter spacing. Here we got also further settings. You can customize them by tweaking, by selecting this. I think you can do whatever you want here. So I'm gonna keep it like a button. That looks pretty good. Just make it large. Let's make it capitalized, So let's rename it like CTA, for example. CTA, that's gonna be call to action. And let me scale it. To scale, I can press K and scale it, make it larger, so it looks pretty good. Let me switch to move. So I pressed V, and I'm gonna add corner radius. So it looks pretty good. Let's make it 16 pixels, something like that. I'm gonna just eyeballing it. So let's add some padding. Just click this one, and you can change each side independently, or you can do it for both sides. I'm gonna do for both sides, and that's gonna be 40 pixels. So that looks pretty good. And I also wanna add some effect. I mean, not export, sorry guys. I'm gonna add drop shadow, I guess. I like drop shadow. Let's make it 0. We can add drop shadow to the hover state, I guess. Let me duplicate this one using option. And I can add drop shadow to this one. That's gonna be like this color, I guess, something like this. And I'm gonna make it glow. And let's make it a bit something like that. And I'm gonna duplicate it again. And this time I'll remove this drop shadow and I make it a bit darker. I'll show you how to use prototype and how to use component set. So that's gonna be, let's rename it like just CTA. That's gonna be hovered one, hover, and that's gonna be disabled one, like disabled. Yep. So let me select everything, and from here you can add component set. And why we need this? Because we can use this component multiple times in the future, and we can also prototype it. I mean, just click on prototype, and I'm gonna link it to this one, and I'm gonna select while hovering, and that's gonna be, I mean, let's make it smart animate and ease in and out. I mean, that's pretty good. And that's gonna be on click, and I'm gonna select instant animation. So that's pretty good. Let's rename it like button, for example, 1. So that looks pretty good. So where we can find this component? You can find it in this assets section. So press asset, and here you got button 1. So to use it, just drag it over here, and you got this one. So let's test it out. First, let me draw any frame, and I'm gonna drag it over here, and let me align it using this alignment. You can always use this alignment to align perfectly, I guess. So let's see what we cooked so far. Let's make it present. So look, when I hover over, it glows and it switches, I mean, it changes its color. And when I press it, like, it gives such kind of like decent color, and it feels like disabled. I mean, that's pretty good. So guys, our first part of this Figma tutorial is over. In the second Figma tutorial part, I'm gonna show you how to create a simple design. So I mean, I'm gonna show you how to do this in the second part. So I'll see you in the second part.